People love to speculate. They'll say the rich stay rich because they were born into money, because they earn way more than the rest of us, because they invest in stocks and crypto and get lucky. If you think that's the whole story, you're missing the point entirely. Because the truth is, most wealthy people don't stay rich because of how much they make. They stay rich because of how they manage what they make. And that comes down to one thing, a concept. So simple, so overlooked, it almost sounds boring. Cash flow. I get it. Cash flow doesn't sound sexy. It's not as flashy as flipping luxury real estate, trading options, or riding the next meme coin to the moon. But let me tell you something, the internet won. Cash flow is the quiet killer. It's the reason why some people can earn $20,000 a month and still be broke, while others earn half that and are building empires in silence. It's how the wealthy protect themselves from panic, from market crashes, from recessions, from emergencies, because when money keeps flowing, fear can't take hold. You see, the rich don't just make money, they control the river. They don't rely on random streams. They build systems. So today, I'm not going to hype you with quick hacks or overnight wins. I'm going to walk you through the very blueprint the rich use to stay rich decade after decade. And if you stay with me until the end, you'll walk away with cash flow intelligence that most people live and die without ever understanding one. The separation principle, income versus lifestyle, the first rule of wealth. Separate your income from your lifestyle. Sounds simple, right? Here's the truth. 90% of people will never do it. Why? Because the moment they get a raise, a promotion, bonus, they start spending like they've already won. Your paycheck went up by $1,000. Boom. New iPhone. Business brought in a little extra this month. It's time for that new car upgrade. Tax refund. Hit your account? Weekend trip to Dubai? But the rich think differently. They understand that just because more money is coming in doesn't mean it's meant to be spent. They don't see a raise as permission to spend more. They see it as an opportunity to build another stream of income. So instead of moving into a bigger house, the second their income grows, they invest that increase. Instead of buying liabilities, they build assets that pay them monthly. They delay the reward. And that delay, it's not punishment. It's protection. Because while everyone else is stretching themselves thin to look rich, the wealthy are staying lean, building quiet empires underneath their feet too. The expense assassin mindset. Kill your fixed costs, let me be clear. Fixed expenses are the silent killers of your financial freedom. Most middle class households are strangled by fixed costs, mortgage payments, car loans, gym memberships, subscriptions, tuition, cable, insurance, phone bills, internet, streaming services. They pile. And worse, they don't go away, even when your income takes a hit. Now here's what the rich do. They treat fixed expenses like enemies. They keep their commitments low and flexible. Why? Because when your expenses are light, you can move fast. Pivot, survive, win. Some of them rent instead of owning and overpriced. Markets. Some pay cash for used vehicles instead of financing new ones. They don't finance things. They don't need. They don't tie themselves to long-term contracts unless it's strategic. It's not about being cheap, it's about being unbreakable. When the economy crashes, when the market tanks, when layoffs happen, your flexibility is your armor 3. Systems over salary. The machine mentality. Let me ask you this. Are you working for money? Or is your money working for you? Most people chase income. They trade time for dollars. They grind 8, 10, 12 hours a day just to keep the machine running. But here's what the wealthy do differently. They build the machine. That machine could be a rental property. It could be an e-commerce store, a content brand, a licensing deal, an automated online product. It runs even when they sleep. And once that system is stable, they build another and another and another. They don't rely on one income stream. They build 5, 6, 10 or more, all interconnected, all flowing at once. Some are small, some are massive, but all are reliable. That's the difference. You can't get rich or stay rich in effort alone. You need systems. And systems require vision, patience, and discipline. 4. The timing game. Control when money leaves. Here's a move that almost no one talks about, not even in finance books. The rich don't just control how much money comes in. They control when it goes out. Let me break it down. If they run a business, they negotiate longer payment terms with suppliers. They tell vendors, net 60, net 90. But to their clients, payment due immediately. This creates a cash cushion more. Time, more liquidity, less stress in their personal life. They stagger their bills. They use credit strategically, not recklessly. They might time large payments to coincide with inflows. They use financial tools not for consumption but for control. It's chess, not checkers. 5. The power of the buffer rich people. Don't spend to the edge. They leave margin. They always have a buffer, not just in savings, but in lifestyle. If they earn $30,000 a month, they might only live on $10,000. That margin, that space, it becomes their superpower. It allows them to say yes to opportunity. It protects them from making emotionally financial decisions. It keeps them calm when the world panics. Most people are one unexpected car repair, one medical bill, one emergency away from total financial chaos. The wealthy build their world so that emergencies don't break the system. 6. Income stacking. The web of wealth. Here's where things get really interesting. The wealthy don't just build multiple income streams. They build streams that feed each other. Let me paint a picture. Say you own a rental property. The monthly cash flow, you funnel it into a content brand. That content brand builds an audience. From that audience, you create affiliate income. That affiliate income pays for ad campaigns. To sell your course, that course generates sales that pay for coaching or consulting. That consulting connects you to high net worth clients who want to invest with you. Do you see the web? It's what I call income stacking. It's intentional, it's scalable, and it's resilient. While others see multiple income streams as chaos, the rich build systems where every stream strengthens the next. 7. Leverage without liquidation. Unlocking money without letting go. Picture this. You bought a property years ago. It's appreciated. There's equity sitting there, but most people wouldn't touch it. Or worse, they'd sell it, collect the cash, pay capital gains tax, and start over. Not the wealthy. They've learned one of the most powerful strategies in the financial playbook. Leverage the asset without draining it, instead of selling that home. They refinance it, pulling out the equity while still keeping the appreciating property in their portfolio. They use that pulled out capital to buy another cash flowing property now. The money is working in two places at once, or they'll borrow against their investment. Portfolio, a move known as securities-backed lending. This gives them access to capital without selling stocks, keeping their long-term gains growing while funding short-term plays. This is how the rich stay liquid without ever shrinking their net worth. They don't cash out. They borrow strategically, they leverage intelligently, and they multiply relentlessly. Because money in motion is more powerful than money locked away. 8. The audit advantage. Kill the silent leaks. You've heard the saying, it's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. But here's the hidden danger. Most people lose money, not from overspending, but from what they're not paying attention to. The silent subscriptions. The gym membership they haven't used in 6 months. That's streaming. Service no one in the house watches anymore. That $29.99 monthly tool they signed up for during a free trial and forgot about. These are the money leaks, and the rich. They plug them relentlessly. They perform regular audits of their spending not to cut costs out of fear, but to ensure every dollar is doing a job. They don't treat money as disposable. They treat it as a soldier in a war for financial freedom. And every soldier must be positioned with purpose. They check their accounts for behavior, not just balance. They cancel what doesn't serve them. They remove waste like a surgeon removes rot. Every $50 saved from a useless service becomes $50 they can reinvest, repurpose, or stack toward an asset. It's not about being frugal. About being financially fit. Point 9. Tax intelligence. Structure before you earn. If you think taxes don't matter, try this. Earn $100,000 in salary, then earn $100,000 in capital gains. Now compare what you take home. The difference is staggering. The wealthy don't just earn differently. They structure their income to be tax advantaged before the money even arrives. They use tools like LLCs and S-corps to separate personal and business income, trusts to pass wealth while reducing tax, burden capital gains and dividend income to pay less in taxes than ordinary W-2, income real estate depreciation to offset earnings. They don't wait until tax season to figure it out. They plan 12 months in advance because tax time isn't once a year. It's a strategy all year long. This isn't tax evasion, this is legal, strategic, intelligent tax planning, and it adds up not in hundreds, but in millions over time. 10. Seasonal thinking. Preparing for the storm's one of the most powerful things the rich do. They plan for winter during summer. They know cash flow isn't always sunshine and roses. There are dry seasons, market dips, business downturns, unexpected life curveballs. But unlike most people, they don't react, they prepare. When times are good, they don't splurge. They stack, they save, they invest in buffers, reserves, liquidity. So when a recession hits, while others are cutting back in panic, they're buying assets at a discount, while others downsize. They scale. While others freeze, they move. This ability to thrive in chaos isn't luck. It's cash flow foresight. 11. Monthly money. Investing for immediate return. Most people only invest in things that might pay off 10 or 20 years down the line, and that's good for building net worth. But it won't pay your bills this month. Wealthy do both. Yes, they invest for the long term, but they also seek investments that pay them. Now, real estate that pays monthly rent, dividend-paying stocks, businesses that generate monthly profits, royalties and licenses that pay quarterly. Why? Because they know net worth looks good on paper, but cash flow keeps you alive. You could be worth $2 million on paper, but if your money is locked up in illiquid assets, you're still vulnerable. The rich prioritize liquidity. They care more about how often money returns than how big it looks on a chart. 12. Recap. The cash flow code. Let's step back. Let's zoom out. Let's recap this without the financial jargon. They keep lifestyle below income. They avoid fixed costs that strangle flexibility. They build money machines, not just job titles. They manage money timing like chess masters. They leave margin. It's not just motivation. They stack income streams into a web of support. They borrow without liquidating. They destroy money leaks before they destroy them. They use tax laws, not just tax returns. They prepare for the winter, even during the summer, and they prioritize consistent return, not just someday returns. And the best part? None of this requires you to be a millionaire to start. Point 13. Start right now. Build your quiet empire. You don't need millions in the bank. You need a mindset shift. You need to look at your life and say, where's my money leaking? Can I create margin? How can I build one stream that works without me? How can I stop working for money and make money work for me? Start small. Cancel one subscription today. Delay one lifestyle upgrade this month. Build one small income stream. This year, track one financial habit starting now. You won't see fireworks at first. No one will cheer. It won't trend on TikTok. But guess what? The empire you're building is real. And one day you'll wake up and realize that while others were chasing flashy dreams, you built something that lasts. You built freedom. You mastered cash flow. You became unshakable. Final words: wealth doesn't scream. It whispers. It flows. It builds slowly, consistently, patiently. You won't always see results right away, but if you stay committed, if you keep applying these principles when no one's watching, you'll build a life that most people only dream of. So keep stacking, keep learning, keep learning. Moving, because wealth doesn't arrive overnight. It arrives for those who never stop showing up.